feel like a lot of us have been maybe not in that exact same situation where it's totally desperate, but a lot of people get into those, really low points in their life. So what got you through that?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't really care that I lost everything. I didn't care that I was sleeping in my car and, drinking a lot and sleeping on friends' couches and doing all those things. I didn't really care too much because I kind of always had the long-term bigger vision. Like I could see the big picture the whole time. Like I knew that I would come back and do something. I didn't know I'd get back into real estate. Like I literally didn't even think I'd sell another property ever again. That's how bad it was. I didn't think I'd ever sell real estate again. But, that ended up being what I eventually got back into and realized a lot of things about real estate, like the fact that closings happen every day. Through the crash, closings continued to happen every day. And when I sat back and watched the market, I realized that was one of the big things I realized. And it was like, oh, okay. If I would have known that this was about people and not deals, I could have, continued to sell, massive amount of properties through one of the worst real estate crashes we've ever seen.
Cold calling and direct mail is dead. This is something that I feel is absolutely not true. Now, what I do think is dead is the high pressure cold call. I think that the high pressure cold call is dead. The low pressure cold call is still very much alive. I believe this. I believe that conversation is the key to all closings, period. There has to be a real conversation in place for there to be even a chance for a transaction. So I don't care where you get your leads from. If you get online leads for sale by owners, expire, circle prospecting, door knocking, etc., you're going to have to develop a list of these prospects and you're going to have to call them and follow up or cold call them to create and or maintain the relationship.
You've been doing this a really long time. You probably know, kind of the ins and outs of the business. You probably realize that business is unlimited and it's all predicated on how much you can handle at a certain point, because there's always more than you can handle if you want it. So my question would be, why don't you just do more?
I think every avenue of business and real estate works if you work it, if it works for you. You have to try everything and figure out what's most efficient for you and what produces results for you. Everybody's different. Understanding this and being able to stop doing something that's not working that great and going all in on something that is working is a huge skill. Successful real estate agents are a complete package. They're really good at figuring out what's efficient. They're hard workers. They're good with people. They're good with numbers. They're a complete package. And I think that's the it factor. When agents come into the market, I'll look at somebody and say, I think that guy or girl's really gonna be successful, and they come in and in a year, they're not even in the business anymore. Conversation is the common denominator of all closings. There's not a single closing in history that happened without a conversation in place. So even if it's an internet lead, you have to actually call them and talk to them before you can even think about doing a deal with that person. With no conversation, there's no deal. Okay, so if conversation leads to all closings, then ding, ding, ding. We have to have as many conversations as we can to have as many closings as we can.